Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the whole year. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture me, you got the picture me. Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia. Ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like you, not look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with the 2 dot team, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the whole year. I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture.
You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. I seen a new bay alert. Jumping in the bed, then I switch to the ghost.
Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Go. Right, Booker team. 95.
The first carry for C.J. Prosise. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They go play action here on first down. On the crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He's going to air this out for Baldwin. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity that went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
And because they couldn't hit the long field goal, they are set up nicely offensively at the 41, 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
The drive starts with C.J. Procise, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
4 down. Hey, over here, over here. Hey, watch it.
A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Demaryius Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get up.
And he loses the football a second time. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes, so they will hold on to the football indeed.
We got three down. Hey, here we go.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're running with Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Orange.
After the run, Goff going to throw. And he's got it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. In for the score. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear. But it's
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And his kick is good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for Julius Thomas. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly,
that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now Benjamin. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Now Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he is going to recover his own fumble, but boy, a big, big loss on this play. Wow. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Play action. Now Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the 1st half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, it's Gurley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They don't want it, fellas. Here we go. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Whoa.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Second and 10, Goff again. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Woods, the intended receiver. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
12. Move the team. 19.
They go play action with Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Coney Ely in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They go play action now. Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Just right. Right, 280. 95.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. third down. Wilson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 61 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to...
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick? Please, thank you. All right, let's go.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Give him 3 on the game there. 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They come out here in the eye. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coney Ely in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Goff. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. On 1st down, Goff. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he gets it down to the 32. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the 1st.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out, fumble. And the Rams have got it back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Shot 50, shot 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Wilson on 3rd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ramik Wilson, no relation. In there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returning, it's Benjamin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Out of the gun, gone. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
To throw on second down is gone. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back now in Seattle, Washington. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Malcolm Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the pass.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
On 3rd down, Henry. And an alley to run. Oh, it's Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry, 78 yards. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Starting left here.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. Pushing through the contact. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Goff. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Goff now looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wilson gives to Procise on the delay. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I know that play didn't work very well, but an old New York Giants quarterback taught me a lesson a long time ago. Sometimes running the draw actually takes courage in play calling. You're actually setting something up for later in the game, and just because it was unsuccessful then doesn't mean it won't be successful later.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone and throw into the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On second down, here's Penny. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Now it's Lockett. Whoosh. And now running right through it. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10.
Tempo, baby, let's go. Let's go to work. Come on.
A give to Henry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going to run you over. Right. 380. Run it. Tempo. 12.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
4 down. Try. Boost the team.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win